Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing today? We are live. This is the Chatting with Chichi show, episode 59. And we are live this Sunday evening. A grateful day, grateful to be alive, and grateful to be with you guys as well today. So, good evening and welcome to the Chatting with Chichi show. Thank you so much for joining, Ambuya. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm looking forward to this episode because it's a topic that means a lot to me. And really, I've kind of experienced a few things recently that I want to share with all of you. So let me know if you can hear me, please. Let me know that you can hear me. If you give me a thumbs up that you can hear me, because I'm using my microphone this time around. So I hope you can hear me. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Thank you so much for joining. Amaka, how you doing? And how was your trip as well? Helen, thank you so much for joining. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. I was going to go live on Instagram. Let's see if that is still... Yep, okay, let's do that. Yeah, so we're trying to do both. But let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, and then we'll take it from here. But thank you guys so much for joining. Hi, Instagram as well. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I think for me today, I want to talk about keeping a healthy balance, and it's really based on something that I've experienced recently, and I thought it would be better to share it and actually remind myself, really, to be honest, of the importance of keeping a healthy balance. So we're going to I'll wait for a few more people to join in, and then we will go ahead and start. Thank you so much. Hi, Fukola, how you doing? Hi as well. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going to be talking today about keeping a healthy balance. Why you? Why now? And actually, how can you keep that healthy balance? I think a healthy way of life, a healthy lifestyle is, I don't want to say it's a phase that we're going through right now. It's something that's supposed to really be permanent. A lot of things are happening. Hi, Bukola. Good. A lot of things are happening in life today that we're wondering, why now? Why are all these things happening? I have a friend, Ronke Posh. She's not two people that she knows have died just last week. And so there are a lot of things that are going on that you kind of question yourself and say, you know, why? How? Hi, Jamal. How are you? Thank you for joining. So there's a lot of things that are happening, and we're thinking to ourselves, why? What's going on in life? You know, why are all these things happening? And we're not even talking about old people dying anymore. We're talking about young people, 30s, 40s, you know, just dying. And it's important that we kind of take a step back and look at our lives and say, you know what's going on? What am I doing right? What do I need to do better? You know, it's important that we have that assessment of our lives. None of us are perfect, and it's important that we look into our lives and say, you know what can I do to get better? What can I do? What I do that is wrong, and how can I improve my life? And it's so important. And you know, when I talk about this healthy balance, guys, I'm not talking about a diet. No way. I'm not talking about a diet. I think I'll take the background music off for now. So I'm not really talking about a diet, because if you really, guys, if you think about a diet is for a period. Okay, they say, 90 days to lose all that weight, 30 days to do this, 4 days to do that, or 7 days to do this. It's just for a time. When you're talking about a healthy balance, you're talking about a healthy lifestyle. A lifestyle and a balance in your life, not just about your health, but in your relationships, in your communication, in different things that you do in life. We're talking about that, because if you've got a life where in one area you're doing so well, in another area you're doing so poorly, you don't have that balance, and so your entire well-being is affected. It's really affected. Recently, and I think I shared that on social media last week or so, I had like back-to-back days of intense headaches. I mean, these headaches were so unannounced. They would just come in the middle of the day or late at night or first thing in the morning. I would just have these very horrible, when I mean horrible headaches that I couldn't even explain where they came from. And it was just constant. I would take tablets, everything things will still be there, and it will just be as if someone is just pounding and just pounding and pounding. And I had to kind of sit back and ask myself, Chichi, come on, relax. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? Because to be honest, I think I will call myself very ambitious. Yes, I want to achieve this. Yes, I want to get this. Yes, I've got these goals I want to achieve. And that's the same with all of us. We have these goals that we want to achieve. But are we taking a minute to kind of look back and say, you know what, calm down in these areas? What are you doing? How is it affecting you? How is it affecting your communication? How is it affecting your relationships? How is it affecting your lifestyle? We've got to get that balance. And we may not always get it right, but if the intention is there, if the goal to get it is there, and we're on the right paths. And I thought that's what I would share with you guys today. I've been like, I go to bed about 11, wake up 3 a.m. and be proud of myself that I woke up early. And I just did that consistently for I was going to say months, but I'll be telling a lie if I tell you that that's months. It was just, I've done it for a few years. And of course, it started to take its toll on me. Mentally tired, just physically tired, just tired. I could get up there and say, you know what, let's do this. I'll do it for a little bit. I might be just sitting down somewhere and I'll start sleeping. I'll feel sleepy. So I thought it's important that we talk about this. As we step into this week, let's kind of look back at ourselves and say, okay, what are we doing that we know we need to stop doing? Because in life, guys, there's this quote that says in life, if you want to get something that you've never gotten before, you've got to do something that you've never done before. So it's important that we look back to our lives and say, you know what can we do? What can we do to actually have this healthy balance? And why? Why this healthy balance? Thank you guys for everyone else that has joined. Annie, thank you. How are you? Happy birthday, either in advance. No, not in advance, in arrears actually. Happy birthday to you, Annie. Charles, thank you so much for joining. Elizabeth, Bissy, Adeola, thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about keeping a healthy balance. And the question really is, why you? Why now? And how can we keep this healthy balance? So I'm going to kind of make it, I don't want to make this episode too long. I just want to share a few points with you, and you too also share with us. Remember, Chatting with Chichi show is a chatty show, is an interactive show. Share with us what having a healthy balance or keeping a healthy balance means to you. Yes, on Instagram as well. Share with us, what does it mean to you to keep a healthy balance? And remember, we're not talking about a diet. It's not really about a diet. It's about keeping that healthy balance in our lives. How are we balancing our lives, our education, our careers, our relationships, our family, our goals in life? How are we balancing it? It may not be perfect. Remember, it's not about perfection, but it's about having that intention and going for it. That's really what it's all about. So it's important, because if you kind of focus only in one area of your life, other areas suffer. And if other areas suffer, then the picture of your life is not complete. You're not fulfilling your whole what's the word? You're not fulfilling your whole purpose, really, because your purpose is a whole package. Your purpose is a whole package. So you can't just concentrate only on one side of life. Focus on the business. Okay, I need to get this. I need to achieve this. I need to do all this, and then forget other things that matter as well in your life. It really does. If you don't have a balance, then you're not going anywhere. You think you're going somewhere, but you're not going anywhere. So those are kind of the basics of really why we're talking about this. A healthy balance in your life is so very important. If you agree with me, if it says you're right, I'll give you reasons. I wrote down a few reasons why I'm talking to you today. And when I say you, I'm talking to myself as well. So the question on my topic is keeping a healthy balance. Why you? Why now? And how can we do this? Hi, Nkechi, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Why you? You are amazing. That's just the basics of it. You are amazing. And you are alive today for a reason. You're not here in life to be a spectator. I think I always say that a lot. You are not here in life to be a spectator. You're here to participate. And if you're going to participate in life, then you have got to to be active. You have got to keep that balance, because you don't want to disappear so suddenly. You don't want to disappear so unannounced. You don't want to disappear. When I say disappear, I mean leave the earth. You don't want to leave the earth without placing your legacy. A lot of times when we talk about legacy, people think it's for older people. Oh, it's the older people. Oh, they've got now to start leaving their legacy. No, we start leaving our legacies the moment we decide that we start participating in life. That's about it. Because we've got children that are watching. We've got younger siblings that are watching. We've got people who are looking up to us and watching us. So your legacy starts now. You're not waiting till you're 60 to start leaving legacy. No, that's not it. Your legacy starts now, and your legacy starts with your daily decisions, the daily choices you make, the things that you do in life. Your choices, they all start here. And because they start now, it's important that we keep this life going healthy. It's important that we have this healthy balance, because you don't want to drop off dead just all of a sudden without your purpose being fulfilled, without your legacy being put in place. You don't want to do that. So that's why it's important that we have to have that healthy balance in our lives, our relationships, our families, our careers, our goals, our dreams. These are all very important. That's why it has got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced. You were set apart. You were, God had already set you apart even before you were born. So these are reasons why this applies to you. These are reasons why this applies to me. These are reasons why this applies to all of us. You are amazing. You were born for this season. You were born for a reason. You have a destiny to fulfill. You're a role model to people. You're a role model to your children. You're a role model to your siblings. You've got a part to play in life. So let's not take our lives for granted. Let's not take this having a healthy balance for granted. As much as I would love to wake up every day at 3 a.m., I have come to realize that it's not very, very good for me. And I have to start thinking beyond myself. And I think I wrote it somewhere that it's not just about waking up so early. It's what time am I going to bed? I'm going to bed about 11 and then waking up at 3 and doing it every day. It takes a toll on you. And I've got to start thinking of not just me, I've got to start thinking beyond me. And that's what I want to share with all of us today. We've got to start thinking beyond all of us. There's so much more that we're bringing to the table. We shouldn't just think it's about what we're, our goals, our businesses, what we're doing. There is so much more. Our lifestyle is something that somebody else is looking up to and emulating and trying to even fix their own lifestyles. So every decision that we make is important to us, and actually it goes beyond us. So it's so important that we take this healthy balance as something that is very important to all of us. Thank you guys for everybody else that has joined. Thank you so much. Yes, the greatest gift we can give our families is good health. Exactly, Angela, I see you loud and clear. Exactly. It is really, really important. I think it is something that we should not take for granted anymore. Whenever we're thinking of our dreams, whenever we're thinking of, these goals, I want to achieve these goals by the next quarter, I need to achieve all these goals. We've got to still think in our minds about these other things. How am I keeping myself healthy? Because if I'm not keeping myself healthy, how am I guaranteed that I'm even going to get to those goals? How am I guaranteed that? So it's really, really important. Let me read what Oludayo says. Oluwaseun, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Oludayo says, let's share what Oludayo says. Oludayo says, about 2 weeks ago, I had an unusual chest pain, which led me to walk into the clinic and was immediately sent to EN. Oh, wow. EN, okay. An ECG was done and everything seemed fine. But going to my GP last week, he told me that it could be a mini heart attack. Oh, wow. We really need to look after ourselves, even when all seems well. Oludayo, thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. I actually appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And what you say is so vital. What you say is so true, because sometimes it seems all is well. Sometimes it seems all is well, but we need to start looking deep into what we're doing. How are our lifestyles fitting in? Is our body saying something that we're really ignoring? I can say that's happened to me, and I just ignore it. Oh, no, I'm a morning person. I'll wake up early. Yes, I can wake up early, but don't do it every day, every for years, at least have some other days where you catch up on them. You see what I mean? Have some other days where you catch up on them, and that's the balance. We're not here saying live this specific lifestyle, wake up at this time, have these certain amount of hours of sleep. That's not what we're saying here. We're saying that it's important that we keep it balanced. It's important we keep it balanced. So for me, if I want to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to have to now choose the days that I'm going to do that. I can't do that all the time. I'm going to have to choose the days that I do that and then make up for it in other days, for other days. Do you see what I mean? So important. Thank you, Francis, for joining. And Bishop Sam, thank you so much, Carlos. Thank you so much for joining as well. So it's important that we keep this healthy lifestyle. We've talked about why you. Now we're talking about why now. And the question of why now is why not? Why not now? Why not now? There's no point of saying, okay, I'm going to start keeping a healthy lifestyle in 2 years to come. Who's guaranteed those 2 years? No one. No one is even guaranteed tomorrow. It's a gift. Life is a gift. Every day that we step into is a gift. So to start living this healthy lifestyle or start keeping this healthy lifestyle, it starts now. It starts today. It starts tonight. As we go into this week, what are the things we're going to start doing? What do we need to do? And that's when we talk about the how. We're going to go through a few steps that we need to take. But it's to start now. It's not about leaving it or procrastinating about it. It's about doing it now. It's important that we do it now. I don't know why my mouse is going to that. Don't press finish. Sorry, I was just looking at my computer. I don't want it to press. Can you still hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. Okay, fantastic. So we've talked about why now. It's better to do it now. There's no better time than now. But how? How can we actually start keeping this healthy lifestyle? And that's what we're going to use this part now to wrap it up. Good. So you guys can all hear me. Thank you so much. The laptop sometimes is a bit later. So when you press your thumbs up, I see that a little bit later. Please, let's all take good care of ourselves, BC says. BC is saying, let's all take care of ourselves. She's echoing exactly what Oludayo has said. Let us all take good care of ourselves. Don't take your life for granted. Don't think that because for me, it's very hardly fall ill. But when I had those episodes of headaches or series of headaches, I was like, what's going on? I just literally stopped. I couldn't work out. I couldn't do a lot of my work. I would wake up early, but yet I couldn't still do anything. And it really affected me. And I was like, what's going on? What's really going on? And I had to really accept it. Because to be honest, a few people have told me about my sleeping patterns before. I know Angela is on here. A few people have told me about my sleeping patterns in the past. Even my hobby has told me about it, but I just kind of ignored them. I said, oh yeah, that's me. I'm a morning person. I love it. But you've got to sometimes just kind of sit back and say, you know what? Okay, come on, Fina Chichi. I think I wrote something where on Saturday when I was talking in my group, I said, Fina Chichi, the world is not running away. So just relax. It's okay. Just relax. Because I used to get so frustrated when I wake up like 4 a.m. or 5. I would be so upset with myself saying, why did you wake up so late? Telling myself off. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to calm down. Get things right, get things into a better perspective, because we've got a life to live. We've got a legacy to leave. We've got a destiny to fulfill. So it's important that we keep that healthy balance. So guys, how can we keep that healthy balance? I think the first step, guys, is, to be honest, let me read what Jamal is saying. Jamal, stop waking up like it's an accident. Yes, stop what? Sorry. Stop waking up like it's an accident. Exactly, Jamal. Stop waking up like it's an accident. Exactly. Take your time. Appreciate the day and just come into it properly. I think it's so important. Oh, I love this. Oludayo says, we take our cars for MOT yearly. As women, we do a lot and we need to have regular body MOTs. Yes, I agree. I really, really do agree. And I'll tell you something as well, that exercise does help as well. I had to step up again with my exercises, and I saw how much it was making me feel better even in myself. So it's really, really true. Your body MOT, you've got to have regular MOTs. Exactly. So true. Thank you so much, Oludayo, for that. Thank you so much. So guys, how can we actually keep this healthy balance? And remember, I'm talking about a healthy balance in your life, in the things that you do, in all areas of your life. How can you keep this healthy balance? And to be honest, the first thing is just to just have a self-assessment. Have a self-assessment. You know the areas where you are not playing the part. You know it. It's not something that anybody else needs to tell you. You know it. I knew for myself it was my sleeping patterns. I wasn't sleeping properly. I knew that for a fact. I did admit it to anyone. I didn't even admit it to myself, but I knew in the back of my mind that I had to do something about these sleep patterns. But guess what? I didn't do anything until these headaches came and knocked me out. And I was like, okay, I've heard you. So sometimes we don't respond to the slight warnings. We wait until we've got those bigger warnings. So we've got to definitely have a self-assessment. What areas in your life do you know you need to step up in? Is it in your communication? Is it in your relationships? Are you easily irritable? Are you easily angered? What gets on your nerves? Different little things are the signs that something is out of balance. And so you've got to have that self-assessment to yourself. You've got to have that self-assessment with yourself. Tell yourself, you know what? I know why. I know why this is out of balance. What can I do about it? Because you've made that decision. This is a decision that we're making more. Evelyn says, be more organized. Definitely, you've got to be more organized. You've got to be more organized, because if you're not more organized, Evelyn said we've got to be more organized. If you're not more organized, then you're very stressed. You're just stressed mentally, you're stressed physically, you're stressed everywhere. So it's so important that we need to be more organized. And Angela says, eat healthy each day, not once a week. Angela says, eat healthy each day and not once a week. Exactly, because once a week won't do it. You got to do that every day. Exactly. That's a good one. So number one as well, from what I was saying here, is that have a self-assessment. And then when you've had that self-assessment, decide. Because if you don't decide, you're not gonna keep anything healthy. If you don't decide, you're not gonna keep that balance. So you've got to actually make that decision to say, you know what, okay, this is my time. I've got to do this. I've got to be healthy. I've got to keep that balance. I've got to keep that balance in my relationships. I've got to keep that balance with my children. I've got to keep that balance in my career. I've got to keep that balance with my health, with my physical health. I've got to keep that balance and do some more exercises. I've got to keep that balance and eat right more often. Yes, I know sometimes we're going to go there and eat what we know we're not supposed to eat. But don't make it a habit. Don't make it a habit. Keep it balanced. I think that's the key. The key word is keep it balanced. From that, set goals in those areas of your lives. Because if you don't set goals, I've been talking to a lot of teenagers about setting goals. And if we don't set goals in these areas of our lives, we're not going to do anything about those areas. And that's what I'm telling myself that as well. If I don't set goals in these certain areas, we won't do anything about it. Because I think a lot of times when we're setting goals, we really set goals for our businesses. We're setting goals for our careers. Okay, I want to get to this position at so time. We're setting goals for our, exams. If you're going to take exams, you're setting goals for those exams. But are you setting goals for your relationships? Are you setting goals for your family life? Are you setting goals for your physical, your health, your exercises? Are you setting goals for that? And I think it's important. And it's part of, even as you said, it's part of being organized. When you've got these goals in all these areas, you're more organized in keeping them. You're more organized in doing them. So that is really, really important. I know we've got about 5 more minutes to go. So I won't take too much of your time. So setting goals. And then also, guys, be willing to step out. Be willing to step out of your norm. I think a lot of times we're caught in the box of, oh, this is who I am. Oh, I'm a morning person. Oh, I don't really do these kind of things. Oh, I don't really do that. No, it's just habits that you formed over the years. You can break out of them. So don't tie yourself into a closed box. I think that's the key. For us to have this healthy balance, for us to have this balance in our lives, we've got to be able and willing to step out of the norm. We've got to be willing to step out of the box to be able to appreciate it. Yes, if we have been prescribed a medication, use it with faith. For those who believe in miracles, faith without work is dead. Yes, exactly. I don't believe in just not using the medication. Yes, you've got to use it with faith. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, because with those intense headaches, I had to run to some painkillers, even though I prayed about it as well, and I knew that I had to use my faith as well. But yes, don't ignore that. You've got to be very wise in all your gettings. Get wisdom. You've got to be very wise in what you do. So yes, thank you so much, Oludayo. And the last point I have here is just remind yourself of your whys. I think that's kind of key. I talk about my whys a lot. I always talk about that. Remind yourself of your whys, because sometimes in life we're going to get to situations where we think, oh, I can't be bothered to do this, I can't be bothered to do that. But when you remember your why are you doing this? What are your intentions behind this? You would get up and say, you know what, I need to do this, I need to go for that run, I need to do that exercise, I need to communicate better, I need to do things better. If you remind yourself of your whys, that would kind of help you actually in your quest to live a healthy, balanced life. I think that's kind of where I'm going to wrap that up. So if you got those points I made, I said, reassess yourself, have that self-assessment, reassess yourself, decide that you want to live that more balanced life. Set goals in those areas of your lives, be willing to step out of the norm, step out of the box, and then also remind yourself of your whys. Evelyn also told us to be more organized. We've got to be more organized, because if we're not more organized, then we're going to go out of balance. And Jamal also tells us here, stop waking up as if it's an accident. Be very intentional. I think that's kind of where you're going through, isn't it, Jamal? Jamal on Instagram says, don't wake up as if it's an accident. Be intentional about what you're doing. Be intentional about things that you do in life. Keep it balanced. Keep it balanced, because as I said at the beginning, you are amazing. Keep it balanced, because you have a part to bring to the table of life. Keep it balanced, because you can't just allow yourself to drop dead. I'm not saying that people just allow that, but we've got to be more intentional with our choices. We've got to be more intentional with the way we communicate. We've got to be more intentional about our relationships. We've got to be more intentional about keeping that healthy balance. It's so, so important. And as I said at the beginning, guys, we may not always get it right. And in those times when we don't get it right, let's not condemn ourselves. Let's not feel guilty about it. But it's just about, you know what? Okay, I didn't get it right today. Tomorrow is another day. Press that reset button and keep going in life. Because that's what's really, really important. For me as well, I remember the people behind me. I remember my children looking, watching, and saying, okay, what's mom doing in that situation? How is mom balancing? They may not say it physically, but they're watching us. How are we keeping that balance in life? Because the way we keep that balance in life teaches them how to keep that balance in life. We can't be so disorganized and then telling them they've got to be organized. We've got to be organized. We've got to show how to be organized for them to actually know how to be organized. So it's really, really key. We've got a very big role to play. We've got a very, very big role to play. And I don't want any of us to take it for granted. I don't want any of us to downplay it as well, because each and every one of us have something to bring to the table of life. Each and every one of us. We're none of us too young. None of us is too old. We all have a part to play and to bring to the table of life. So let's definitely try, guys, to keep this healthy balance. I know a lot of things that I need to do better, and I'm willing, actually, to be honest, to take those steps and actually start keeping a more healthy balance in my life. And that's my desire for each and every one of us that we do. Because as I said, we have all got a part to play, and the sky is massive. We've got a big role to play. So let's play that role. Let's do what we need to do, but let's keep that healthy balance so that our children that are behind us are following us and can actually see what it means to actually keep that healthy balance, and they will do that, and generations to come will start to do that. That's the legacy that you're leaving behind. That's the legacy that you're showing them as you living right now. So it's so important that we do that. Thank you so much, guys. You love that. Luda says she loves that. My whys, exactly. When you think about your whys, you say, you know what? Okay, let's go and check out that. Let's go do that body MOT. Let's go and check out what we need to do. What are we doing right? What are we not doing right? And then we go for it. So as we step into this week, guys, and as we wrap up the 59th episode of the Chatting with Chichi show, I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for joining us today live. And thank you as well for everyone that's going to watch the replay as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys, you make my week count. You help me make my days count. And I always look forward to chatting with all of you, because I get to talk. I know I do love to talk. I do love to talk, so it's great, and I really thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember to make your week count. It's important. Remember that you are worth it. Remember that you matter. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you're going through in life, I want you to just have this in mind, that you matter a lot. You are amazing. And I'm not saying it as a cliche. I'm not just saying it because I feel like saying it. I'm saying it because it's a fact. I'm saying it because it's the absolute truth. You are amazing. So go step out into this week with your amazing self and do amazing things. Go step out into this week and be who you were meant to be. Okay? We're not competing. We're not comparing. We are just being our true selves. And that's really what my life is all about. And that's really what I love to preach and preach and preach, is go and be yourself. Go and do you. Go and be all that you were meant to be. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you all the way. Your time that you spent with me today, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Esther, Evelyn. Thank you so much. Kerry, oh wow, Kerry, I didn't know you joined as well. Thank you so much, Funke. Thank you so much, Davida. Thank you so much as well. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. For everyone that's going to watch the replay as well, thank you so much. BC, I appreciate you so much. Oludayo, thank you so much. Ify, and Nkechi, all of you that have watched me live today or watched the show live today and are also going to watch the replay, I appreciate all of you. I think I saw Victor as well. Victor, thank you so much as well for joining in as well. Thank you so much. And we have spent the exact amount of time that we are due to spend here. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great week. Remember, press that reset button and go out there and make your week count. Love you guys. Bye. See you later. Thank you so much, Instagram. I appreciate each and every one of you as well. Thank you so much. Let's go out there and have that healthy balance. Keep that healthy balance, because we are worth it. Okay? Remember, you matter. See you later. Bye, guys. Bye.